I just find the timing gap really strange in the sense that, okay, I know the war in Ukraine might have be the point where you thought, okay, this is the time to do it. I've got no choice. I have to do it now because of what's happening in Ukraine. Because this is the end of the season where a lot is at stake now for his team and a team that he loves and a club that he loves. This is going to be very messy, I think, for Thomas Tuchel and the players because the uncertainty that this will bring. You know, what if the new guy coming in doesn't want Tuchel as a manager? What if he wants to bring with his own people? What happened to Peter Cech, to Marina Granovskaya, to Bruce Buck, to a lot of those people who make this club the club that it is now and are very important. I think
Bruce Buck will be just fine, but yeah.
Maybe, but you see what I mean? But I don't know, you know, all of this is uncertain and for the players it's the same. So I think the timing couldn't have been worse, but maybe he had no choice. Maybe he felt like I have to do it, maybe to protect Chelsea, you know, and...
Maybe to protect his children.
To protect his children, yeah, and his own assets, as you said earlier. I don't really understand. There's so many question marks.
I also want to make this clear that, as I understand it, right, you know, it is a big deal when a government freezes your bank accounts and your assets, right? If they freeze your bank accounts, that means that all this money that I have in my bank account, I can't use. I can't use to buy things. I can't use to support my other businesses and so on. Plus, there's rampant inflation, and so it's worth less and less. I can't invest it, whatever. That's a big deal. And it's a big deal when if you freeze somebody's company, what it means is that they can't sell it, obviously, and they can't put money into it.
Yeah, can't invest in it.
In the case of Chelsea, I don't know that it really would have been such a big deal.
I agree.
If they had frozen Chelsea, because, all right, so it means that at the end of the year, if Chelsea rack up losses, and presumably they will, you know, he can't cut a check and loan them more money.
Yeah.
But Chelsea can take on debt. Chelsea can get financing from elsewhere.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely.
The banks know that Roman Abramovich is behind Chelsea, right? So that part shouldn't have been an issue. People have suggested, well, what if the government were to seize Chelsea? And I just want to make this very clear.
That's surely not legally
Surely
possible.
That's legally impossible.
Completely.
Even freezing some of these assets, given the way these lawyers are, I think would have been very difficult.
Completely.
But what do you think the government's going to go and just take Chelsea away from him? And
just lock the doors at Stamford Bridge and no one can come in, no one can come out? I mean, that's why I'm struggling a bit. Because even if you look at freezing his account, okay, let's say the profit of the sale goes to the charity and the foundation that is going to create for Ukrainian children, great. But maybe we still make some money before maybe there'd be some money that still goes on his account before the profit or whatever. So why would he take the risk of cashing in on Chelsea? Let's put it that way, broadly. Cashing in on Chelsea now, knowing that at any point they could freeze his account, which would be $1 billion or 1.5 billion more money on his account. Do you see what I mean? It makes no sense. If he wanted to cash in and take the money, surely would not be the right time to do because there's that possibility that they will freeze, that the UK government will freeze his account anyway.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.